out here. It's the AOK show.
Goddamn.
God damn it.
Today and how they dress.
But I'm telling my man, side to heart of breast.
Yeah.
Shit, man, I'm telling side B, I'm not impressed. Hold the front and go, you know what's wrong with say on some rowdy shit. Now I'm thinking positive, always quick to fuck the sync up on some junior lovey shit. I added that. I will murder for the shmoney like my name is. Ah, he killed that shit.
Ekere Kamba and Ekalvich Kitawang, the AOK kid. So I'm with LeoBrown and yeah, tell the people what's going on for those that they don't know you. Tell them who you are.
What up, man? This is LeoBrown, songwriter, rapper, overall musician, man. I make soulful music. I make beautiful music. Yeah, it's kind of hard to describe what I do. It's kind of hard to put it in words. You know, I run out of words when I have to describe what I do. You know, and it's crazy because what I do has to do with words, but I run out of words describing it, man.
Okay, we're gonna start this over. So we have LeoBrown, the alumni for AOK show.
It's such a title, man. It's such a title, man. That's such a title. Appreciate it. We back out here, man. We back on the AOK show. This is family, bro. This is family.
Beautiful stuff. So yeah, like I'm gonna ask you, how's your life going, dog? How's things going on? Like
Yeah.
emotionally, family wise, your love life. What's happening, dog?
I thought I don't know, man. Like outside the music, life has been a challenge for me this year. You know, it's just been challenge after challenge, but I soldier on, man. I'm finding so much about myself. You know, my level of resilience. You know, like I'm just finding so much about myself, bro. But in terms of my career, my music, I can't lie to you. It's been going amazing. You know, love life still with the same girl I was with when I came here, man. You know, so there's not much to say there. I'm still with my girl, and yeah, bro, it's been a very challenging year. It's been obstacle after obstacle, but during that, bro, I've grown so much. You know, I look at myself and I compare to when I first made my resolutions for the year. You know, like I had so many plans, and I feel like I've ticked so many boxes of mine. So music career wise, it's been going amazing, my dog. Outside of that, it's been challenge after challenge, but we soldier on. That's what I'm trying to say.
So on the tip, we're actually talking offline. Like I'm so interested that I don't know how you started like this whole music thing, but now like I want you to share with the people like you studying the music. It's like everyone can literally wake up and say that I'm an artist, right? But for you to say that I want to make music and actually, I don't want to say that you are already there, you've made it, because no one can really like make it. Yeah, So, but you are there where you can actually like smell it and feel it. So, take us through that process where you started making music and now you are here. So, take us through the journey. How has it been like, the turbulence, the good times, and yeah.
So I think that for me to do justice to in answering your question, I'd have to like basically give you a background of where everything started. Uh my granny, I can't thank her enough. My granny loves music, bro, you know? So being a kid with a grown up, kids imitate what they see and repeat what they hear. So that's what I did, you know. I fell in love with music through her. It was a shared love, if I can put it that way, you know. And then from my granny's house, I stepped. I had a neighbor, Ayabonga. Ayabonga was a musician, so my granny was sent. It was gospel music, you know. So as soon as I stepped out the house, I met this nigga Ayabonga. That was my neighbor. Dago Ayabonga introduced me to hip hop music, to rap music, and that nigga changed my life, bro. He gave me something from when I first heard what he was doing and what he was listening to. I knew that this is what I want to devote my. I didn't know how, you know, because at the time it was. I don't know if you know Ispaza. It was a sound
No.
called
I
Ispaza.
was actually surprised that you
I'm tapped in.
yeah.
I'm tapped in to the fullest. Or naked or loser. I'm tapped in because for me, before I got into about Tupac, you know, for me that was hip hop. That was hip hop as I knew it. It was beautiful. It was expression. I've never been to Cape Town, but from listening to those niggas, I felt like I know what's going on. So that was my first introduction into hip hop, into rhyming words together. That was my first introduction. Ispaza, you know. Fast forward grade 8. I know I'm rushing because I don't want to give you the smallest of detail. I just want to rush through it. Grade 8, I decided to switch and rap in English. That's when I started rapping. So from when I started rapping up until grade 8, I was rapping in it's course on my language. Nigga wasn't beautiful. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Beautiful.
No, I'm not saying Vernek isn't, my dog. Vernek is very beautiful. Just me.
Oh,
Just me. I wasn't that good of a Xhosa rapper. But because I had been reading books, it was easy for me to switch into English. And I think that's why to my ears I sounded a lot better delivering it in English. So I don't want y'all to think I'm shitting on Vernac. I'm tapped in. I listen to Vernac a lot. So yeah, this is not that. We're not doing that out here. So yeah, my dog, I started rapping in English grade 8. My dog, the nigga the intern, the AOK intern.
Well, we have an intern behind the camera, yeah, we're gonna give you a stipend, don't worry.
So yeah, him, bro. He was just so supportive. It's like, yo, carry on, right, right. Even the first professional studio I went to, it was through him. So I was not from Queenstown. So where my rap dreams manifested was in Queenstown, but I'm not actually from Queenstown. I'm from Lady Frey, but Lady Frey is a village. It's very underdeveloped. So in order for me to get a proper education, I needed to leave the village. I needed to go to Queenstown, the nearest town, and which is his hometown,
oh,
you know. So when I was out there, he found a studio for me, Straw. That was the producer's name, was Straw. Um, I think it's that nigga that I can credit for my precision. We would, yo, dog, it felt like a drill. We would record a verse probably like 10 times because he wanted every aspect of the verse to be perfect, and I adopted that. I think that's why even now I'm such a perfectionist, man. I'm not comfortable recording with other people around me, and I know it's something I need to change eventually, but I'm such a perfectionist. I want to retake it about 50 times. I want to retake it about 40 times. I want to get it right. So yeah, back to the story. Straw taught me, and he gave me game that, yo, dog, if you want this to last for you, you need to get your own equipment. I'm not gonna be here forever. At some point, I'm gonna leave you, and I don't know, man. I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the teachings. I'm grateful for the patience he had, and from there on, it was just self drive. From there on, it was just I have the blueprint. I know what I want to sound like. Um, I just followed that.
yeah.
That was such a long answer.
Nice, it's chill. So yeah, still on the music thing, right? Like how would you define you as a human being and your music? Like what's the correlation between you as as a person and your music? How did that come together and stuff?
The music is deeply rooted within who I am. Like the the music comes from the thoughts I have. The music comes from the feelings I feel. You know, so I think that's the correlation between the two. It's that what I display on the notepad is what I feel inside my heart. I think that's a correlation. Whatever you hear me say, I actually feel that way. I actually think whatever I say. You know.
So in simple terms, you are your music.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you know my music, you know me.
Alright, cool. Yeah, and yeah, so you have a new tape coming up.
Absolutely.
What can we expect? Who's featured? Could be artists, producers. Who's featured on the EP?
It's myself and my brother Relo. As of now, I won't lie. I'm not really as open to collaborating with other musicians. As I said, creative process to me, it's a little bit peculiar, you know. So I'm not at a point where I'm comfortable enough to be around other people while I do this. So on the project, it's no features, man. Let me tell you straight up, it's no features. It's just me, myself, and I. The producer behind everything is Relo Beats. You know, that's who I'm collaborating. That's who I'm locked in with. That's my brother. Shout out Relo, man. Shout out Relo. Um, the name of the project is Beauty and Disaster. It's an EP. It's 4 songs. Um, I think it's my best work up to date. You know, how I was able to just connect the art world, you know, in terms of painting, neo expressionism. How I was able to connect that with
Yeah, sorry to cut you off. Something that didn't make it. So now we're actually shooting Leo's episode for AOK. I actually wanted there's this guy that you know Nino Frisco.
That's my dog. I
So
I have one with Nino. I have an unreleased song with Nino.
have you seen his artwork for his latest project?
I seen it. I seen
So
it.
the guy that sketched that, I think I just found out that I think yesterday. So that guy, I actually wanted him to come today. So you see at the background, he was supposed to be there and paint while you performing.
That's so dope, dog. You know, that's actually a concept we had for a music video. So I think it's quite genius that you came up with that. You know, because it's just to prove that great minds think alike. Because that's a concept we also had for the music video. Shout out, my dog.
Yeah, so the nigga couldn't make it. But yeah, you know.
Shout out to him and shout out to Nino, man. It's all love, man.
I'm sorry, I don't know his name. I was gonna give him a shout out. Yeah. And yeah, in terms of production, do you produce music? Do you know your ways around FL? What's happening there?
I know how to record myself, but in terms of the engineering side of it, I have Relo for that. So what I do is I have my equipment, I have everything. So what I do, I record myself and then I just export it and I send it to him. He mixes and masters everything. He sends it back to me. So that's how we work. He makes the beats. He makes everything. So I just the only thing I do, I just record myself.
What do you use to record yourself?
FL. I'm on FL.
Oh, shout out, shout out. Yeah, I tried FL at some point. Yeah, yeah, that was horrible. Um, what is this? Let me see. Yeah, I wanna ask you this. Do you think that SA like South A is slipping on you on your music?
Shit, that's ah, I don't think so. I don't I don't think I've there's so much work I still need to do, bro. You hear of when you listen to Youngster CPT, his story, he's like, yo, me, I had like 50 mixtapes, you know, like what I'm trying to say is, bro, I just don't think it's been my time yet, you know. I still need to plant, you know. I will harvest the fruits of my labor at some point, but I don't think they're sleeping on me. I think I need to prove myself. I need to work. You know, you might look at me and feel like, yo, but you did that already. The fact that we are still asking, are they sleeping on me, means I haven't, you know. So before I put fault on anyone, I'll put fault on myself. They're not sleeping on me. I need to go harder.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to look at it instead of saying, "Oh yeah," because you know how artists can be entitled saying that, but I'm putting out all this work because this is like art form. It's it's not like you're in medicine where you're gonna study for 7. Yeah,
Yeah,
then
like
once you're
for
done.
years. I said medicine for years. Nigga, 7. What I'm trying to say is there's not a time duration that you can. I was just trying to emphasize on what the point you were trying to say. There's not a time frame you can put. It's like after 2 years I'm on, you know. Even though we might want to think like that, it's a trail of thought I've had to kill. You know, it's a pattern I've had to kill within myself, because what happens is when 3 years arrives and you're not where you want to be, you feel as if you've failed, regardless of the growth that you've seen within those 3 years. You might not be necessarily where you had initially hoped to be, but it doesn't mean you are where you started off, you know? So just to avoid those kind of feelings and sentiments, bro, I don't look at, I always look within, you know, I always look within myself. How do I improve? You know, how do I give them something that's gonna make them gravitate towards what I'm creating. It's not no problem with the audience, bro.
Funny you say that. I think I was watching this other interview that you did with OK Swisha, and he asked you about a song that you did. I forgot the name. He asked you about a song that you did, and you said that when you were writing that song, probably say 2 years ago when you wrote the song, and now when Swisha was interviewing you, you thought that you'd be actually the guy.
Yeah.
What's the name of the song?
I can't really remember the exact name. Dog, I write so many songs.
But you remember
I remember what you're talking about. It's not just I remember what you're talking about. I remember the state of mind where it was like after so many years, I'm gonna be on. You know, I don't think it was delusion or anything. It was just I'm aware of how hard I work. You know, it was just that okay, I'll be with this. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be. It was planning, but ultimately, bro, we make plans, but fate and how shit turns out is not up to us. We don't control that. Well, so yeah, ah ah
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Cause, like we're saying that we put like this is art form. You might think that like next year, yo, bro, like I need to be on, like on, and when it doesn't happen, like that can take you straight to depression, dog. Like it can matters, yo, dog.
kills you. So that's what I'm saying. I understand that mentality because it's a mentality I once had, where it's like, okay, within so many years, me, I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having goals, but I think we should be forgiving towards ourselves that when we don't meet that goal, it's not the end of the world, it's not the end of you, bro. Get up, put in the work.
Yo, the weather is crazy, but we're gonna go on, man. I love this. I love this. Yeah. Funny enough, I was shooting, I think last month while it was raining. Yeah, I enjoyed that. But the experience was ass, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Just makes for beautiful content, right? Yeah, yeah.
No, the content and everything was what I mean is that I'm not trying to sound off or anything. It's just that even if they see this, maybe they'll now understand how I felt. But I didn't appreciate how they took the whole thing, like the experience, dog. It's like we are all here exchanging value and we're supposed to shoot and whatnot. But the energy that they gave me, yeah, I don't.
Did you speak about that to them?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I think I need to do that. Yeah.
I think you should have done it that way. So that the first time they hear you speaking about it is not on a podcast. I think I would also feel away if maybe we were together, But those are things we can fix, Those are things we can adjust, even for them, even for you. I think you should have addressed it even with them so that it also helps them with their next podcast that they go into because the plan targets it's to grow art, not ourselves. It's to anywhere where there's potential, bro, it's to find that and nourish it. So if we can just talk to them, let them know how you felt.
Now, I think I'm gonna do that because I don't want to be an asshole like now on the camera. Yeah, yeah. Yo, I wish I could go on, but yeah, yeah, it's getting crazy. But yeah, the last question maybe, like, it's gonna be that do you think that the music that okay, not the music. Oh shit, it's fucking.
Give me that title. Maybe keep it on fucking. What's that? What's that? Let me just drop a 16 on him.
Shit, because I have more. Come, let's go. Let's see if we can wrap it up.
Fuck. Shit. Fuck.
Okay, so we're gonna be out because
It's getting crazy.
yeah,
It's getting crazy out here, man.
so I'm gonna have a young verse and it's gonna close it off with the verse.
I.
Okay, let's go. I had to say Hennessy. That's all. That's all.
That wasn't a verse, nigga. You fucked up.